So the difference between this boot versus a traditional overlap boot is that this has 3 pieces. It's got a main body chassis that steers the boot. It's got a rear cuff and it's got a flex tongue.
But one day I was looking at the skin of my knuckle. You look at that on your own knuckle, you'll see that it folds, and you'll see those nice round corrugations. So we thought, well, let's put some rounded bumps on the front of a ski boot and make the thing flex. The NASA connection arose from doing some spacesuit work in the early 70s. And 2 of our engineers worked directly for NASA. And with their collaboration, we came up with the concept of a movable, distortion-free joint with corrugations. For example, if you have a paper towel tube, cardboard tube, and you bend it, it's going to buckle. But if you have one of those straws that have corrugations on it, you can bend the thing forever, and it bends without distortion or deformation.
They've got the cable system, so that evenly distributes the pressure throughout the tongue and also to your leg. These cuffs aren't riveted like traditional boots, so it's got kind of a natural flex, a natural forward flex. So that, in combination with the tongue and the cable system, it's a completely different construction, which makes the full tilt, far and away better when it comes to a natural flex.
Boot just feels pretty much like your ankle, moves like your ankle moves.
Other buckles give you pressure points and stuff. The cables just wrap the boot right around you.
Another thing I really like about these boots is the adjustable flex and how within minutes you can change pretty much the tongue and change the flex of the boot from as stiff as you want to as soft as you want.
The greatest part about the tongues on these boots is they're interchangeable. It's just a little clip. So you have the interchangeability of doing that, where other boots, it's like if you want to do that, you got to cut something and compromise the whole integrity of the boot for the rest of the life of the boot. Open your boot up, spread these things, that's it, out. Yeah, you can use a screwdriver or your hands. Boom, in. Looks like you got a new boot. That easy.
So if you're in Colorado and it's -10 and you're trying to ride some park, throw a soft tongue in, and it's like they would be when it was normal temperature out.
If you want to ski some big mountain lines, ski some real big jumps, throw the stiffer tongues on.
I like to ride, I'm not quite the stiffest, but just a step down, but if for some reason the conditions or I'm kind of changing my style up a little bit, I can change out the tongue and get a different flex from it.
The flex with this, it's bar none, the best. It's what keeps me from getting boot bang. It keeps me from not ending my day when I jump a huge cliff. I ski for the rest of the day. If I was in a 4-buckle boot, I've been there, done that, that's the end of the trip. Have to go home. There's been a lot of other people that have skied in this boot but moved away from it, mostly just because of the money, and I'm not here doing it for the money. I'm doing it because it works for me.
Just getting the boot on and taking them off is super easy just because of the cable system and the way the tongue kind of pulls straight out.
And you can just very easily step into them or jump into them.
They open up, nice, easy, easiest to get into. You simply your foot in, no movement, boom.
You just undo the cables and then the whole tongue folds out.
It just makes it more enjoyable. I always envied the snowboarder, but no longer. My favorite part of the full tilt ski boot is it's really the lightweight feature. It's like having a pair of running shoes on as opposed to a pair of hiking boots.
It almost compares to kind of an AT touring style boot when it comes to its weight, but skis just like a top of the line race boot. Up
to 2 pounds lighter than the other boots you're gonna see, and it's just got everything you need and nothing you don't need.
There should be a video coming out of me 360 dunking in them.
When people try it on, or just even people pick up a pair of boots, they like pick up a pair and they're like, wow, your entire pair is probably about the same weight as one of my boots. Yeah, I always say they feel like you're wearing tennis shoes.
It just allows for that much quicker tricks, that much more adjustments in the air, on the rail, whatever you need to do to land the trick.
Especially now with skis getting wider and inherently a little bit heavier, to have a boot that's actually getting lighter is a really nice compliment.